Hey y'all, I just went to see Regretting You, which is it was a little bit triggering. It's a movie that I already knew what was gonna happen before I watched it, but I watched it anyway. It was as if I wanted to bring those feelings to the surface. Because I was already feeling them today. In a nutshell, the movie was about living without regrets. I realized that with everything that has taken place over the last 3 years, I've missed so many opportunities because I was in a mindset that wasn't conducive to my current situation. I realized that I shouldn't have any regrets in life. So why am I living like I am bound? I'm wondering why. But then, after watching the movie, I realized that it's conditioning. It's literally conditioning from so many years of being a wife. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but in this phase of my life, it's not a good thing. I'm realizing that with everything, there could be so many silver linings, and I was oblivious to so many. I realized that even with the hunger pains I've been feeling today, it's nothing compared to the feeling of regret, the feeling of what if, the feeling of what if you try, what if you do, what if you go. And before you try to have a tear for me, whoa. I have money. I have food. Hell, I got people that would take me out if I call right now, if I just wanted that, but no. I choose to fast intentionally. I choose to be hungry. I choose to isolate. I choose to be in my own energy. It's not a punishment. It is a reflection. It actually makes me grateful for when I actually do get a treat. It actually makes me grateful for when I do get a meal, which I am going to eat after this video because my pain is up here. Yeah, true hunger comes in the throat, not the belly. That little initial hunger pains in your stomach, oh, that's just from when you're only getting started. I realized that I find pleasure in the pain of fasting because it gives me a sense that if I can endure this, what else can I endure? What else, right? So much. I realize that when I'm in a space of reflection, it comes across as anger or disdain, possibly sadness, but it's just a recalibration of my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my energy, which can easily be, well, we're not going to say that. I'm not going to give it that kind of power. Gosh, it's hot. So, yeah, I'm grateful for the heat, but not with this jacket on. I realized that when I feel like I need comfort or I just want to be cuddled, I cuddle myself in layers. I'm on so many layers right now. But it made me feel comfortable. It made me feel safe. And I'm grateful to have it. I realized that I don't have any true needs. I have all my needs. All my needs are met. I have wants, I have desires, but my needs are met. I realize that I am grateful for the fact that I have so much time to reflect. I don't have to go have a job if I don't want one. And no, I'm not supported by other people. I do this by myself. I work when I want to work, and I am grateful for that. I work really hard sometimes to the point I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I gotta do this again. But then I have a lot of leisure time too. I realized that my life is what I cried for about the last 3 years, maybe 4. And as I reflect on that, I have nothing to be upset about. I know that I don't have to fight for anything. I'm not going to fight for anyone. I'm just not. Everyone has the right to their own autonomy. Everyone has the right to be whatever they want to be with whoever they want to be with. I learned what happens when you try to fight for somebody. Yeah, very expensive lesson. I learned that because even after it got to the point where I was just angry and just was trying to fight, I realized, what's the point? What's the point of anger? What's the point of frustration? What's the point? If you're going to take yourself that much out of your character, you might as well go be drunk. Because when you drink, you're not yourself, but paradoxically, you are the most yourself because your true buried feelings are coming to the surface, good or bad. So they're still you, while spirits are pushing them to the surface without the brain telling you to suppress them. And just for the record, no, I'm completely sober. All I had today is water. Water, tea, and some cashews, some almonds, and some walnuts. It wasn't like a full fast, but gosh, it feels like it. I'm so hungry. I realized that I have so much to give, and it's weird to not have my person that I can just always wake up to, that I can know without having to think about it. It's just there in a good way, not out of obligation, but out of desire, out of choice, out of want. I don't want anyone to feel like they're forced to be near or around or talk to me. That is not how that works. Never. I realized that life is only as hard as I make it. And when after talking to my new friend last night, I realized that I have nothing to be upset about. I realized that life really is a blessing. There are so many things in your life that you have that you should be so grateful for, that someone else would really just cry to have. I'm noticing that the more I look into other people's lives and hear their stories and hear what they endure, everyone's pain looks different. Everyone's suffering looks different. But what they survive, what they endure, what they deal with daily, day to day, you may not be able to handle it. What their past looks like, you may not be able to handle it. What their current life looks like, you probably can't handle it. So that's why I realized that I'm grateful for all the hard work I put into myself at such a young age. I'm grateful for all the choices I made at such a young age to pretty much make it so that when I was done, I could be done. How much of a blessing is that? I realized that I don't want to be in a box. I don't have a desire to be under a rule. I'm a free spirit. I work best without constraints. I don't know if my way of thinking, my way of being, my way of living is conducive to the life or compatible with how others are. I don't know at this point, but I'm sure it's possible. Everything's possible, right? I didn't know it was possible for people's eyes to change colors as an adult, and my eyes apparently do that a lot. I've been told my eyes are gray, which when I look in the mirror, I see gray and brown, but I've been told hazel and green. I don't know. In some of the videos, they look funny colored. Apparently they change with, depending on the lighting, my emotions and how I'm feeling at the time. Who knew? I realized that my way that I am with myself, my current baseline and my baseline when I'm in my own energy is so high that it might be hard to have someone who can keep it at that level. It's not that I need anyone to bring me joy. My joy is intrinsic. I have glimmers all the time. Glimmers is like happy feelings that just overtake you. It's almost like a warm, energetic hug that just happened randomly. I noticed that when you are grateful, when you are content, when you are happy, when you are in complete silence, when you meditate, when you are fasting, those things happen to you so much more. I realized that the fact that I am comfortable in complete silence, in a dark room, in a space alone, that makes some people uncomfortable. I realized that it has nothing to do with me. It is a reflection of how their own discomforts are coming to the forefront. It happens. I realized that no matter what happens, it's happening for me. My life is always improving. I realized that there's no need to try to do. I am always going to work on becoming a better person. I'm always going to learn a new skill set. I'm always going to be better one way or another. But I will not digress into someone I don't like just to be in the company of another. I will not do that to myself. That is beneath me. I realize that my life is awesome. It is kind of strange for some that I enjoy solitude. I do now realize why they say the most dangerous thing a woman can do is to become comfortable in her own energy. Get it now. It's harder to control someone who doesn't need you. It's harder to control someone who wants you but doesn't need you. It's harder to manipulate someone who's there because they want to be there but they don't need you. I realized that no matter what, I am great. I don't know why I had to endure so much to get it, but I got it. So crazy. And even just sitting around people watching is actually one of those things when I realize, yeah, see, that's what happens when you settle. That's what happens when you choose to be okay in a situation. That's what happens when you lower your standards because you are lonely or you're bored. Maybe you just need a hobby. I realized that I buy my own flowers. I take myself on dates. I take myself on outings. Yes, it's nice to be treated by others. But yes, I will treat myself and have a great time. I realized that I'm not what most people assume. It's okay. I realized that even making this video and posting it is being risque at best, but it's okay. I know that I am comfortable in my own presence, in my own energy and silence. It is harder for me to have these same reflective moments with strangers, because that's what it is, strangers, stranger danger. I realized that you can live with someone and be with them for 17 years and still never know them. But I also realized that you can be around someone for a few days and become closer to them than you were to someone that you've had for so many years. Which is crazy. Time is not a measurement of anything. I'm learning that. And I keep hearing that I've never truly been loved and I should be allowed to be loved. I've been loved so many times. That's the problem. Love doesn't come from man and woman only. Love comes in so many forms. And I have been cherished and adored so much that when I get lesser, it's hard for me. I realize that it's hard because it's not meant for me to be like that. I'm not supposed to settle. I realize that there are so many people who truly love each other that will never be together. But there are also so many people who will be together forever who can't stand each other's guts. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be with someone who I actually love. I realized that even just hearing the plane go by, because my house is so silent, is a gift. And I would rather have the gift of silence than to have bickering, arguing, disrespect, secrets. Ew, just to think about that, just wipe that off. Cringe. It's not for me. Yeah, very long-winded tonight. I know y'all thought, oh, she only has a bedroom voice in the bedroom. No, it's the energy. It comes when she wants to come. But that's how I'm feeling right now. All right. Love y'all. Let's give you the whole heart, right? Because I know somebody needs that tonight. But just know, whatever you're thinking, if you think it's going to make it better, try it. If it's going to make it worse, don't. If you're not happy, leave it. Or them. Your life is too short. All right. Later, y'all.